Hey, Amy Posner here, and I want to talk to you today about testimonials and social proof. I'm guessing you probably know why it's important, but you may not feel comfortable asking for it. Okay, so let's talk about social proof and testimonials, and particularly testimonials, which serve as social proof, although there are different things that you can use as social proof, right? Like logos, like images. But testimonials, especially if you're a copywriter, are critically important. We know that. We use them in our own work, and it's important for you to have them as well. So let's talk about how to get them. So first of all, a little thing that I do is whenever I get any kind of compliment from somebody, whether it's written or verbal, I'll ask them immediately, ooh, could I use that? And I'll say, ooh, wait, hold on. Can I write that up and send it for your approval and use it on my site? Oh, yeah, of course. So it's really good to do in the heat of the moment because they're excited, they're happy to do it. If you do that and you say you're going to write it up for their approval, do it immediately, like as immediately as you can, because they will forget. And you want to get them while they're still just on the high and feeling really good so that you make sure that you get their approval on those words. So that's one thing. The other thing is when somebody sends something that's written, and sometimes it can even be like a little sidebar comment in a Google Doc or something, I will write them right back and say, hey, this is great. Could I use this? Or would you mind if I massaged it just like this and use this on my site with your name and your website? And almost invariably, people will say yes. So when things come up, just capture them in the moment because, the moment passes and it's very awkward to go back and get those things. The other thing is, when you have to go ask for it, do it when the project is finished and do it right when the project is finished. There are various things to do in offboarding a client project, but one thing you want to make sure that you do is get their positive feedback. I like to ask for it, and I also know that people are really, really shy about writing stuff. And they're especially shy about writing stuff for copywriters, stands to reason. They know that you're looking at their words and thinking about, how they said them. Of course, you don't really care, but I found that can be an obstacle to someone actually getting you something. And so what I'll often say to people is, I'm so thrilled that you are happy with the project. If you're willing, I'd love to have a testimonial from you on my website. But to save you time, if you would just send me like 3 or 4 bullets or 4 or 5 bullets, I'll write something up and send it back to you for your approval, just to make it really easy for you with that work. And people are usually willing to do that, and they'll tend to write something out anyway. They don't usually give you bullets, but that sort of gives them permission. Like, hey, it just can be really rough. I'm happy to, to sort of knock it into shape and send it your way. So be sure that you ask for that. People are usually very gracious. They're happy to do it, but the further away you get from actually having done something for them, the harder it is to ask. It's hard to go back and ask. And it's also their enthusiasm is gone. I mean, they remember that they were happy, but they don't necessarily remember how they felt. And, they've moved on to thinking about 10 million other things since. And so it's best to get them in the moment where they're feeling, very benevolent, very generous towards you. It's not anything other than a timing issue, but be sure that you always ask for a testimonial. Now, I want to mention one other thing, because something that comes up a lot with copywriters is, what do I do if someone asks me for results and I don't have any? So first of all, I want to reassure you that results are hard to get. A lot of people don't track them. A lot of people don't want to share them, even when you've done the work, believe me. But one thing that might just be good to think about and kind of like put in your arsenal is asking people or letting people know up front. So especially when you're doing something that is going to be measurable, to ask them, will they share results with you, and would they allow you to publish those results, use a fact from those results. Some people won't. Others will be really glad to. And sometimes people don't because they don't want their competitors knowing anything like particular about their numbers. You can do it anonymously. I mean, testimonials are always more potent when the more information that they have. You always want to use the person's name, their full name, like Amy R. from, Detroit is not going to sound as good as, Amy Posner from New York, whatever it is. And it's even better if you've got someone's title and their website. And People often like to give you their website because then, that's an outside link for them, which is nice. Even if no one clicks on it, it still gives them that little bit of Google juice. So you want to make sure that you've talked to them about it in advance so that you get yes or no, because it's really crushing to find out at the end that they're not going to, in fact, let you use any of the results, which people often don't. However, let me also give you a little fix. So when someone says, well, can you show me some results you've got? You can say, actually, I don't have any that I can show you. And I will often say, look, it's very hard for me to get results. Clients aren't that forthcoming, but here's what I can tell you. I feel really confident that I can take on this project and do a bang up job for you. The thing about results, dear client, is, what we say in marketing, and the 3 rules of marketing are test, test, and test. And so, we may not get results immediately, but what I can promise you is I'm here for the long term. I'm committed to you getting results, and I'm committed to tweaking and improving what we do, because that's how you get results and then improve them incrementally over time. And so what I do, instead of providing those specific results, is I'm providing reassurance instead. Okay, now I've gone all over the map here. I've taken a lot of little side paths. Hopefully there's some good nuggets in there. But the bottom line is, it is way easier to believe what someone else says about you than what you say about yourself. And it's also very hard to brag on yourself. I mean, it just flat out is. So when somebody else can say you're great, it does all the heavy lifting for you. And, often when you have a good enough relationship with someone, you can even tell them what you'd like the testimonial to cover. Because, maybe you've got, 10 things on your site about results, but you have nothing about how easy you are to work with or your processes or whatever. Go out there, get social proof, use it. Make sure that you ask in advance if you'll be able to use results. And make sure that you get approval on everything, that you keep it on file, and that you've verified that you can use their full name, their city, their state, their province, whatever's relevant to where you live, and whether or not they want you to include their URL. Okay, I hope this was helpful for you. If you have any questions about social proof, pop them below. If you'd like to be notified when an episode drops, hit the bell. It's over here. And if you'd like some more personalized help from me, check out my Coaching on Demand and my Copy Chiefing on Demand, designed to be, very short, one-time sessions. You can always do multiple, but they're designed to actually strategically fix problems in the moment and keep you moving. Okay, thanks for watching. Catch you next time.